In a preceding video I've talked about this Schmitt trigger circuit made with two transistors, a blue LED, etc., and a light dependent resistor, and that resistor is here. And when it gets dark, I have showed that in that case the blue LED that's here switches on. So let me demonstrate it again. The light dims slowly, very slowly, and the blue LED starts to light up, starts to burn. The good and the best idea about that Schmitt trigger, and I had many questions about it during the past days. What is the property of the Schmitt trigger in this case? The best property is that when the voltage on the Schmitt trigger input very slowly diminishes or goes high, it will surely switch on or off, say a 1 or a 0. That's the most important property in this case, because we have here that light dependent resistor, and when it gets dark that normally goes very slowly. Demonstrate it again, very slowly, but there's a certain moment where that Schmitt trigger works. Anyway, let me show the schematic now. This is the new schematic, and in fact it's an old schematic because this part was already showed here, this part, up to the 1K resistor here that supplies the blue LED. But now there is another stage added, and that is this transistor. It's a BD139 NPN silicon transistor. It has a relay coil in its collector lead, a protective diode here, and here are the pin connections, by the way. And now that light dependent resistor drives that relay, and that's very interesting because you can connect here on the electrodes of that relay circuits that work on 110 volt, 230 volt, 50 Hz, 60 Hz, etc. You can switch something on or switch something off when it gets dark, etc. That depends, of course, completely on, say, how you want to use these pins on that relay. Here the pins, hope it's visible. Yes, here it's visible. You can use such a relay for a make or a break contact. Anyway, when you are a little bit acquainted with electronics, you surely know that. Make or break. Well, I touch now with my hand that I cover with my hand the light dependent resistor, and this is what happens. And you can surely see that the relay switches in that case. Here's the relay again. Move my hand over the light dependent resistor. This is what I'm doing. So it's, in my opinion, a very good circuit. Show the schematic again. It's simple. Very simple. You can set the sensitivity here with this potentiometer. That potentiometer is here, now in the middle of the screen. And well, perhaps it is again an idea to show a part of the 16 November 2023 circuit that's here, and it shows the properties of that light dependent resistor. In the light it is 1000 ohms, and when it's dark it is 80 kilo ohms. That's a lot. 80,000 ohms in the dark. Here are the pin connections again. So, well, I've showed the schematic. Let me show some other properties, and especially about a good idea that this Schmitt trigger will switch completely off or completely on. Compare it to 0 or 1 when the voltage at its input here changes a little bit. So say it's getting dark again. And you hear the relay click. So, when it gets dark, with this circuit you can switch a fierce light around your home on with the help of that relay, of course. You can switch a 230 volt lamp on or a 110 volt lamp on when it gets dark, and when the sun comes up again the lamp switches off. Only an idea, many more possibilities are there. Thanks for watching. Finally the schematic again. And it's a very good idea to leave this blue LED in the circuit. I've not tested it without that blue LED. So you need here a blue LED, but could be not tested that you can use here a diode or so. Anyway, for perfect security, use this blue LED here, and then you will be sure that the circuit works. Thanks for watching. A simple and useful circuit.